I found this guy called Andy Fritzello, and he had a book called 75 Hard, and it was like a mental toughness challenge, but it also included a lot of working out in there. And it was like, no alcohol, drink this much water, read this much of a book, and just do it every single day for 75 days. Write down 5 things you're going to do that day. And I did that, and I started doing it, and I started seeing like these crazy results in my life, just with everything. Just the way I could structure my day, and knowing that like I had to put 2 workouts into a day. One had to be outside, one had to be inside. So structure the rest of the day around that. And then I started learning how to plan my day out better, and where the time was where I could go and do these other things. And like every night I would read 10 pages of a book, whichever book that was, from all the Ryan Holiday books and Robert Greene and everything like that. So I was learning all these things whilst I was also doing this mental toughness challenge. And it was like a 75-day thing. And I remember getting to the end of it and just thinking, fuck, like I looked at myself then and I was like, okay, I can see the change. And you know, when you can see change, that's when you like really go into it. You start getting obsessed when you see whether it's success or like your fitness levels go up, or just the way your energy levels are every day, and just figuring out that like these little indicators are changing the way I am. And then at the same time, we were really working on the business. So the business was starting to see a bit more success, and that whole thing, the cadence of that just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. And I guess whether it's obsession or addiction, I got addicted to it. And like, there couldn't be a day go by where I wouldn't work out, or I wouldn't eat the calories that I needed to eat, or I wouldn't sleep the exact, like, and I needed to get the exact amount of sleep that I wanted. And it just completely changed like the way I looked, and the like my levels of fitness and cardiovascular and strength and everything like that just went through the roof.
Because people will look at you now and think that, you know, they'll see you getting up at, I don't know, 5 a.m. in the morning and going for like a 20-mile run, and hitting the gym later that evening, running a business, doing all these things, being super productive. And they'll probably think, he was just born with something that I don't have.
Right.
Like he's just got this level of motivation, probably came in his DNA, that I don't have.
Yeah, and a lot of people do say that. A lot of people think it's genetics, or they think it's steroids and stuff like that.
Or they'll just think that you're like wired in a way from birth.
I used to think that as well back when I was overweight and unhealthy, and like I'd look at people on Instagram and be like, yep, genetics, whatever. Yep, he's on steroids. I can't look like that. I've got a business to run. Like you'd dismiss everything. But it's not. And once you start doing it yourself and you see those little gains and you get into it, and you can really change.
What is the starting point?
1 step at a time. Whether it's 10,000 steps or doing even a 20-minute workout, that's all people need to do to change. Because you'll start seeing results regardless of what position you're in right now. If you can just keep increasing incrementally what you're doing in terms of fitness or your business, or however you like your sleep, whatever it is that you feel is not right, you'll see the change over time. It comes, and it takes a long time. It takes a really long time, but it happens.